a city full of possibilities and a quest for answers. Next on the Adventurers Guild.
On the continent of Bolanthar, in the city of Dakar, there is a place where heroes are forged, where legends are built one story at a time. What you do with this opportunity is in your hands, and the hands of fate. The Adventurers Guild.
Hello, and welcome to the Adventurers Guild. I am your host and Dungeon Master, Paul Cosca, and you are watching a weekly live-streamed D&D anthology show. This is the third episode of this current mission, and you've come at the perfect time. In a minute, I'm going to catch you up on everything you need to know to get into this story. But before we do that, let's go ahead and say hello to our players. Hello, players.
Hello.
Hey. Howdy.
I wonder, how are your characters feeling about being in the heart of the continent, about being in the biggest city on the continent?
Whatever. I've been here before.
Is this fantasy New York?
Scoundrels is gonna fight real hard not to burn it all to the ground.
I'm excited.
Healthy attitude.
You know.
Eteria is very excited. I mean, the bigger the city, the more room for technological advancement. So lots of toys to play with.
How does Ariel do in city situations?
She's highly uncomfortable. She grew up in a very secluded way, so she's not feeling great.
Mm-hmm.
Probably wants to stick to the water.
All right. I just kind of want to check in, see how everybody's doing, because you are entering, for some of you, brand new territory. With that out of the way, let's go ahead and let's get into it. Turn down my music here. The party has been sent to the capital city of Bolanthar to try and gather evidence to save a condemned man. This man is accused of being the notorious serial killer, the Butcher of Bolanthar. But party members Hasan and Skamos watched a man they believed to be the Butcher die last year. So were they wrong then? Or is an innocent man about to be hanged? So as you come into the city, you have left your riverboat. It is just a little bit past midday, and you are making your way through the docks district, which is at the south end of the city, going past warehouses and large groups of people. You're starting to get your bearings in the city, starting to get the layout of everything. As you make your way north, you take in the scenery and just the general vibe. Listening in on bits of conversation, looking at notices that have been posted. You gather some information, and by the time you reach the plaza, where the gallows are being built, you've gathered enough to be able to break it down like this, from what you've heard. Matthew Yarnell is set to be hanged the day after tomorrow, at noon. It's the topic of conversation for pretty much everybody that you've passed so far. It seems to be that there's a huge collective sigh of relief at the Butcher finally being caught, and finally there being some closure on this topic. A lot of people have been very anxious, even to just go outdoors, especially at night. So people are feeling very good about it. You've seen quite a few posters advertising what appears to be kind of a touristy ghost tour. This is called Morbid Fantastical Murders, and they are set to meet right near the gallows at sunset. That tour costs 1 gold per person, and apparently that includes wine.
Oh, sweet.
So those are the things you've gathered as you come to this spot. With that in mind, let me kind of lay out some options. It's a big city, so obviously you can do whatever you want, but here are some things that you might want to consider. You might want to consider finding Judah Ianholder and Matthew Arnell. Judah is the lawyer who hired you. Your information would indicate that both of them are likely near the prison. That would be on the west side of the city. There's the ghost tour. If you are wanting to do that, that would be at about dusk. So in about 5 hours or so. Hassan and Skamos, and anyone you might want to bring along or whatever, you might consider going to the university to see if there's any information on Alexander Lahane. That is the person that they saw die, who they believe to be the butcher.
Yes, they would be the only ones wanting to go to the university.
Okay, chillax, Crickstump.
Listen.
Chillax.
This is
Listen.
my narration.
This
here
isn't
is,
about you.
my narration in all this is kind of in lieu of like what would be a 30-minute conversation among the party. But you might consider going to the university. Maybe there's someone who knew him there, or anything left of him, anything he might have left behind, or anything like that. So those are the kinds of things that you might consider doing, or if you have your own ideas. The city is your oyster.
Where you said the plaza, that's like closer to the castle, right? In the center?
Let me pull up my own map to make sure I'm giving you accurate information.
Like where I assume is near the gallows already?
Yeah, what is marked on your map, the gallows, that is the plaza that I'm talking about. So
Okay.
yeah, you from this area, you can see that you're somewhat near a market district. You can definitely see the cathedral from here, and like from pretty much everywhere else, you can see the castle, which is kind of, it's surrounded by a moat and a bit up on a hill.
Mm. As much as Hassan wants to go to the university right now, he thinks it's the wise decision to go to the prison first and meet the lawyer and the guy, because just like to get as much information as we can and to start with and get a vibe on them and the situation.
Yeah. Josie, you had something?
I would also like to go to the prison to interview the victim, not victim, prisoner?
The accused.
The accused.
Good way
The
to put it.
accused.
The accused.
J'accused.
All right, so
Defendant
that's
or something? Yeah, the defendant.
that's two who are looking to go to the prison first. Is there anyone who is not interested in going to the prison right up front?
I'm so glad we all agree.
Yeah, that was my first thought. We're here for a job, and that's where
Mhm.
it'll take
Yeah.
us. I would like to, Paul. Is there like messengers in town that I can pay to go run a note?
An errand boy.
An
Go
errand
ahead-
boy,
go ahead and
essentially.
make an investigation check.
Yeah. No
While
problem.
he's doing that, what time is it right now? You said like noon?
It's a little past noon.
Great. And dusk is at what time?
About 5.
Okay. Great.
That's a 13.
You find a young man who looks like he could run a note.
Okay. I'm gonna pay
townie.
him a townie. I'm gonna scribble something down with my sister's name on the front and be like, hey, if you could just run to the university, find this lady, she should be in the magical section. Obviously, the whole thing is, but I'm sure they know where she might be. If you could just run this to her and tell her that her brother's in town and will be for a few days, and he's gonna come by and visit her pretty soon, that'd be great. Thank you. And I'm gonna give him 5 silver to run that note.
Okay, he says,
Enough.
with 5 silver, mate. I don't know, man. Like, a university's all the way across town. I mean, that's quite a jog, you know.
Well, I gotta ask, how much you making here standing on the corner?
Well, I mean, you go and blame a guy for trying to negotiate wages. That seems
No,
very anti-worker of you.
Anti-worker, please. I work for a living. It's not like we're any different here.
Well, yeah. So you know that we're we're alike, you and I. Like, I'm just trying to.
Right, but what
trying to
I'm
make a
saying
living.
is, are you making anything really on the corner here? Or
I mean,
if you are, hey, tell me. I will pay
I'm
you
just
fair
trying to
price.
see if there's any. You know, I'm just trying to see if there's any more blood in the stone. You know, just trying to see if there's anything else. You know, I mean, if this is what you got, then I suppose I can mosey my way on over there. Yeah.
Hold on. Let me check my pack real quick.
Oh my god, Crick's offending people already. Oh, we're not gonna get any information out of people at this rate.
It's true, we're not.
We only
Crick some.
pay them 5 silver.
Pick some. You're not
Need
gonna give him.
money?
You're not gonna give him all the money like right out the gate, are you?
No. I assume 5 silver was a good enough price, but if it's not, I will. I will negotiate with this young man.
I have money burning a hole in my pocket.
All I'm saying is, if you give him all the cash and he has nothing to come back for, then he might not even deliver the note. So if you say, "I'll give you this,"
Whoa,
much now,"
wait a minute. I mean, I'm not taking all jobs saying I'm not going to do it. That's dishonorable.
I know
an
I'm wasting
honorable
time,
person.
but can I make an insight check in this young
Yeah,
man?
you can make an inside check.
I don't know this man from Adam.
This is a first taste of Bolanthar right here.
It's a 22.
He is going to
Wow.
deliver the note.
Right.
Would he deliver it faster if you paid him more? Yeah, probably.
All right. How about this? Buddy? I'll give you 5 silver now, and then once you return, because we will be making our way past this, and I will see you later today. I'll give you 5 silver on your return. How about that?
Oh, mate, I don't know about that. I mean, have you seen the size of the city? I mean, the chances of us running into one another are getting pretty slim. This ain't like a one road down a fucking country lane with fucking. I mean, if you're gonna pay me something, it's up front's now the time to do it.
Oh my god, I'm gonna kill this guy. But not really, because I wouldn't do that.
Lauren
I mean, if
would.
this is what you got, this is what you got, and I'll make my way there.
All right. I just give him 10 silver and be like, all right.
Okay.
Isn't
I
that a
think-
gold?
No,
Okay.
no, it is 10 silver. God damn it.
Specifically 10 silver.
It's easier
this
to,
is-
yeah.
All right. Well, I really appreciate you, mate, and I'll hurry my way on up there.
Hey, but thank you very much.
Mm-hmm. And he does look like he hurries.
He's got a little jog in his step.
Yeah. Yes, hey son.
Once we're walking to the prison, I have the thing. Is that now?
Ariel, you had something at one point. Was there something you wanted to bring up?
Oh, yeah, I might as well do it. So at some point while everyone's figuring stuff out, she will probably quietly sidle up next to Hasan and just say, I feel quite uncomfortable. Do you mind if I just follow you around?
Oh yeah, I think we should all stick together as much as possible. So don't wander off.
I get very anxious in certain social situations, so I'm just gonna put the shawl over my head and just try not to be perceived by
Okay.
Okay, great.
Let me know if you get hungry or thirsty or anything. You need to take a break. It's okay.
Oh, so sweet. Thank you. I shall.
You're welcome.
It's important to pace yourself when you're in a big city.
It's true. It's true. Hey, I walked all over New York City one day and I absolutely killed myself physically and mentally. I recommend frequent breaks and the right shoes.
This is how I feel in a mall.
New York really is like that, because you look at the map and you're like, I can just walk
That's
from
not
Times
that
Square to
far.
Central Park, no problem. And an
And
hour and a
we
half
did.
later, you're like, this is terrible.
I don't know about that, but I do know about walking up and down the Las Vegas Strip, and that is also
Yes, that is also
Yeah.
very tough.
Equally, yeah.
I would assume so.
Though it's not bad, not as bad as Seattle, because on Seattle the map lies because everything
like
is uphill.
this.
Oh.
I know, because I just did it yesterday. So
All right, so with that, you can start making your way
downtown.
Oh God, well, it was a great run. 42 episodes. Wonderful.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you can start making your way towards the prison.
As we do that, while we're walking, Hasan just wants to like keep an ear out as they're going along and like see what the mood of like the city is. If he hears anybody talking about William and the butcher, and just kind of like get a feel for just how people are vibing with it.
You don't even have to roll
Eavesdrop.
for it
I want to
because-
eavesdrop on some conversations.
Yeah,
As
I
we're
would
walking.
say that the mood is so prevalent that you don't even really need to roll for it.
Right.
People are so excited that the butcher has been caught. It is big news. It has spread through the city. Not like literally everybody's talking about it, but a lot of people are talking about it, and entirely positively, because this is basically 20 women died in pretty quick succession, and that put a lot of fear into pretty much the whole city. So with the butcher finally being caught, there is a very bright mood in the streets. Yes, Crickstump.
Would news not have spread when Hasan and Skamos did their initial mission and found out who they perceived to be the Butcher of Bolanthar?
We just reported it back to the guild.
Right,
So if
but-
the guild didn't say anything, then no, it wouldn't have. I don't.
I guess so. Yeah, I didn't think about that.
I mean, yeah, I don't know.
That's not, you certainly haven't heard anything about that, like, in the streets, is what I would say.
Okay.
So what with everybody talking about it, is there any gauge of like the course of the mission, like the curse of the murders?
Sorry, say it again?
Like the array of the murders. So we are aware of when Alexander Kahane left Bolanthar
Right.
and returned to his home after university. Have there been
I think we don't
sequential
know.
murders since then?
For that kind of specific information, go ahead and roll an investigation check.
I mean, just to discuss it, I feel like we wouldn't know that, and that's something like I definitely want to ask, because if Alexander died a year ago and more people kept dying, like between that time and now, then that's like a big piece of information. But I don't know if we would know that. But I guess, yeah, I don't know.
I'm gonna use my inspiration on this one.
I am writing notes about this case in pink pen, and I think that's appropriate. I mean, it's
very much so.
That color matches the vibe.
There's a total of 28.
Okay, so you eavesdrop on a conversation of someone who had just come in from out of town, who was like visiting a friend and like needed some catching up on it, which is very convenient for what you were looking for.
Wow.
So what you gathered is that there was a huge string of murders for about a year and a half, and then a big break where nothing happened. And about a month ago, there was another murder with basically the same MO.
Okay.
Do we have a copycat killer on our hands?
That's literally what I was about to say. This if it I'm
Very
gonna be so mad.
possible.
Do we know where the murders took place, like on the map, like city-wise? Like where else they're at?
You don't know that for sure. My dog is having a
Is
really
that your
great time.
dog?
Sure is.
Tell Dragon to be quiet.
I know,
This is intense and important.
There is nothing quite as resonant as a puppy bark. It is remarkable. His bark actually catches like the resonant frequency of some things around the house, and it rings for like quite a few seconds afterwards. It's fascinating, and it's really loud. So with the 28, I mean, the 28's a lot. These bodies were almost entirely found in the water. So in the canal, and somewhat less in the moat, but like in the water, in or around.
Okay.
Do I overhear this?
Yeah, I think that this is probably all party information.
Don't kill me, you guys, but Ariel probably will take that and will sort of wants to just go explore the water leading up to the...
I'm gonna counter that and say that I would be keeping an eye on you because you told me you were anxious and that you were gonna stay by my side. So I'm just saying, I think I would notice if you tried to leave and wander
I
off.
haven't had this now.
Well,
He's
what I will say is that in order to get from where you started to the prison, you will have to cross a bridge over the canal.
Okay.
So I'll drop off there. I'll just jump in.
You're just gonna... Is that what you're actually doing?
I mean, we can't stop her, I guess.
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, unless I see something like a boat or, you know.
Yeah, none of our swim speed would be able to catch you, like in the water.
I'm not jumping in that water. You would not catch me dead jumping in that water.
You?
I mean, maybe if I died, you would, because I mean,
Well,
that's
there
where
we go.
they put the bodies. But
She wants to check for clues and or other death.
Where you put the butt bodies.
Check for clues.
okay.
Okay. So as you are crossing the bridge over the canal, Ariel, do you say anything before you go?
I would have probably had a whispered interaction with Hasan, and then
Great.
you can't.
If it stresses him out.
So
thanks, but I don't
Ariel-
stop you.
Ariel just dives over the side
And
and
Hazel's just
into
like,
the canal.
What if
Okay.
he finds a dead body? Scary.
You know what? And Crick just wild shapes into a shark and dives in.
Okay.
He's just gonna jump.
Okay, we're making a pit stop. Okay, works for me. I'm
And
staying on the shore.
As he's doing it, he's like, "No, don't worry about it. Keep going. We'll meet you there."
No,
Or we'll just meet on the way back.
waiting for
I'm
Okay.
certain they can find their way to the prison. Scamus is going to continue his way to the prison.
All right. So Ariel and Crickstump are in the water. The rest of you are making your way to the prison. I will say that without Crickstump, your urchin feet, your urchin background does not apply. to
Great,
the rest
that'll
of the
give
group.
them more time to catch up.
So it will take the regular amount of time for everyone to get to the prison.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm assuming that for the rest of the group that remains, is there anything that you would like to be doing on the way to the prison?
I'm just looking around, but I'm not gonna probably stop for anything.
Okay. Then let's go ahead and cut to in the water then.
In the water.
How gross is this water? First question.
It's
Oh,
not
so gross.
it's
I wouldn't
not
think it's-
particularly clean.
Yeah, I wouldn't think it's like just sludge.
No, I mean the water does move. It's not like especially fast moving water. But there is some movement to it. There is a lot of trash. There is a lot of stuff in this water. Yes, Hasan.
Wasn't the killer called Butcher of Bolanthar because like the bodies were like chopped up, or no? Did I make that up?
There was a lot of mutilation.
Okay, but the bodies, if they were found in the water, were found generally whole, or did they find pieces of them?
You don't know that for sure.
Okay, I will write that question down for later.
Okay.
You also don't know if they found all the bodies.
I will
So
also write that down.
so the two of you are taking a look here in the water.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Crickstump, you are currently a shark. That is correct.
That is correct. A reef shark, if I do
Okay.
I
believe.
said you were a crocodile.
No, I sharked it up because I think
Oh, why did I think?
because I believe a reef shark is half CR, so I can turn into it.
I think I'm just used to you turning into crocodiles to that one mission.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is definitely noticed by some folks.
Well, I don't-
there's-
I don't like stay on the
Oh,
like,
sure,
on the
sure.
top of the.
It's not noticed by like everybody, but you know, people who are nearby with a general 17 perception check do notice that there's like a large something swimming around underneath the water.
All right.
Both of you go ahead and roll investigation checks.
Okay. It's 15.
16.
Okay. So you take about 20 minutes or so to like really try to get the lay of the not land, but
Like,
there is a lot of discarded stuff. There's a lot of trash. There's a lot of like things like shoes or bits of clothing or things. Nothing that immediately like, bah, it's a crime scene. Nothing like that.
All right.
Uh,
I think that's fair.
You know, it's difficult because there just is a lot of stuff. You know, this is not clean water. So it's very difficult to, you know, to track like what is relevant, what is not, when it's just like stuff all over the place.
Yeah, I can't, as in shark form, I can't cast shape water, even though it's a cantrip, right?
Correct.
Okay, then never mind.
Shark cast in shape water. That'd be pretty crazy.
I'm just saying, like, if I could, like, clear some water.
Uh-huh.
I can do that.
Use your little shark
Oh.
fins and dig it up. Dig up the dirt
I
in
can
the
do
bottom.
that. I can shape water.
I just didn't know if you could, because you can change its color or, isn't it, like, its opaqueness? Opacity?
The opacity, I can change it.
I'd
But
say if you'd like to use a spell slot for that.
it's a
It's a cantrip.
Oh, is it a cantrip?
Yeah.
Great. Then I'll say if you'd like to do that, you can roll that investigation check at advantage.
Yeah. You can do it. I can't, so.
well, but I've made it opaque for both of us, didn't I?
Oh, I guess you could.
Me.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
it's
it's
You can only see
Yeah,
it
I'm
with
gonna
your
s-
special eyes.
I'm gonna say Ariel can make that investigation check at advantage.
yeah.
21.
Okay.
Woo! There we go.
That was my yay.
Yeah. You clear a section of water,
Thinking, partner.
and you do see a very nice looking gold necklace. You don't
Okay.
know if it's relevant or not.
Well, I pick it up.
Sure.
Where's some money?
If it's not relevant, it's worth something. So
But that is the most, you know, valuable thing that you find as you are investigating.
All right.
cool. I give like a little shark nod, be like, "Good job."
Can sharks nod?
They can bob.
Move the whole up part of the body, up
Yeah.
and down, probably.
Like a worm.
Yeah, and then I'm just gonna make a wide sweep and then head back the way we came. What's
All
your swim speed?
30.
Oh, well, okay.
Why? What's your?
I think mine's 40 as a reef shark, so we're just chilling.
Oh no, we're swimming. We're speed swimming. We're racing. Swim racing.
I mean, it's not an especially wide canal, so you're able to make it at least to the edge of the canal fairly quickly. It's not too much time before you're back out of the water. I assume you don't want to be a reef shark anymore.
I mean, if only, but no.
Okay. Well, with that diversion, it takes the group. Let's see.
And then me and Ariel are making double time to the prison.
Right.
But you would have eventually catch up by that logic, right?
I would assume so.
Yeah. So you're going to catch up just a little bit before you make it to the prison. You're going.
Convenient.
You're going through. Right. It's funny how stories go like that.
Wow.
You're going through a residential district that is kind of just before the prison. That total travel time from the gallows to the prison,
Yep.
it's a little bit after 1 p.m. at this point.
Okay.
So it took like about an hour.
About
to
an
get
hour,
from-
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So the party finds one another again. Do you Ariel and Quickstump, do you brief the rest of the party on your aquatic adventures?
I assume Ariel would.
Can you I'm sorry. I actually was not paying attention because I was writing lots of things down and ideas. Did you find anything? You actually need to brief Hasan, please.
No, Ariel had this great idea. She shaped
Yeah.
water underneath to
Great.
like clear some of the muck, and then I mean, I show them.
Oh, you have something?
I found this.
What is it?
It's
Paul,
a very nice gold necklace.
Is it like a pocket or is it just a chain?
Yeah, what does it look like?
It's a rather thick chain, and it has
Should I go clubbing with it on? Like, an
yeah, for
accessory?
sure. It's a
Yeah.
giant clock at the end of it. No, it's a rather thick chain, and then it has a locket in it, but there's nothing inside of it.
Okay.
Oh, I say that's an interesting find. You should hold on to that. No, that's great. Thank you for sharing.
Good contribution. Good contribution.
Thank you for sharing. Thanks.
So as you all approach the prison, you notice that there is quite a bit of space in front of it, and you would assume that these are the only entrances to it are in front of it. So it's, some measures to keep people from escaping and running away. There is just a large, the houses end, and then you've got 300 feet of just nothing, no man's land in front.
So you could see somebody running if you
Exactly.
tried to get out.
Everybody, before we go in, who's more likely to do the talking? I don't really know the situation that well, so I would defer to anyone on this.
I think Hasan would be well suited to the talking.
You got it.
I can do okay, but due to the town that we are in, I cannot guarantee much success on my part.
Yeah,
certainly try.
Yeah, no problem. Hey, Hasan. And then
Oh my gosh, I'm the only human. Okay, yeah, I'll do the talking. I'll do the talking.
Oh,
And he
that's
looked-
true.
I wink at Hasan and cast guidance, just like.
Wow, thank you. He's like, if I need help, Skamos, you will know. You will be able to tell exactly if I need help.
Noted. I will
Thanks.
keep it in mind.
A sound of distress will escape my lips, and a very concerned look will appear on my face.
Or actually, I
Alright.
don't cast
It's a
it
good
yet.
word.
I don't-
Just
I don't
look at
cast
me
it yet,
with
but,
that,
like,
and we're all good.
You get ready to cast it. Got it.
Right. Like once we're about to like start talking to him.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
just because it only lasts for a minute, but I think I would like keep casting it because it's a cantrip. I would just keep...
What components does that require? Like, is it a verbal?
It's verbal and somatic,
Okay.
You got this.
and so
And
it's just concentration up to a minute and touch. So I just have to be right
Noted.
next to Hasan, just like boop.
All right. So as you approach, you do see that there are guards everywhere. There are just all kinds of guards around this place, which is a thing that makes sense. As you get near the prison, one of this is a everything else around looks nice, made of wood, generally small wood houses. This is a big stone building. It looks like what it is. It is like 4 stories tall. There's a central tower. No questioning what you're walking up to. As you get close, one of the guards steps forward. Good afternoon, all of you. How can I help you? What's your business?
We're here on appointment to visit Judah. What's his last name, Paul?
Ian Holder.
Judah Ian Holder. To visit Mr. Yarnell.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Okay. I forgot. I have lots of charisma. This should be fine.
And then add a D4 to it.
Great. Dirty 20.
Okay. He gets kind of a puzzled look. Like he doesn't look offended or anything. He looks
Okay.
persuaded. He does get kind of a puzzled look on his face. And he says, Ian Holder, it's, who?
I'm sorry.
He's the lawyer.
Guy who's the butcher.
Do we call it? Is that? Oh God! Stop. William Yarnell's lawyer.
Oh, yeah, lawyers' offices are down that way. And he points,
Great.
kind
Thank
of
you.
around the prison.
We go that way.
Okay.
I say thank you for your help. It's it's a big building. So.
It is.
Mm.
You make your way around it, and it is in fact a big building. And
Wasn't lying.
you do notice that your group definitely gets looks from the guards as you are walking about.
That's because we're so attractive. Obviously, we're a good-looking bunch.
I mean, I think it's
His flowing red hair clearly is what.
Okay.
probably
well,
more that
maybe
you're a
not
mixed
Scotland.
armed group.
So I'm all blue and look like water.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean you're not beautiful.
Hey, you're not. The
Everyone
only
has
person
taste,
around here,
different taste.
so
Anyway.
But you make your way around, and you do find kind of just like around the side and off a little ways, there are some. They look like they might have started as residential, like might have started as houses, but they've become offices. And you do see one with a small sign that says Ian Holder.
Great. I knock.
Okay. You hear a voice from within say, "Come in."
I open the door.
Okay. You open the door to find a small and not tidy office space. There are papers and boxes kind of all over the place. And behind a large cluttered desk is Judah Ian Holder.
I think we found a public defendant's office. So.
He is a halfling, fairly well dressed. Not totally well kept, but he does have nice clothes on. He is behind his desk, like looking. He looks like he's interacting with like 8 different pieces of paper at once. And he looks up and says, "Yes, how can I help you?"
We're the people you hired from the Adventurers Guild.
Oh my lord. Well, I'm yeah. Did you walk here? No, I'm kidding. Only partly. Anyway, Judy and Holder.
Yeah, we saw that it's on the outside.
He stands up, and that doesn't change his height too much. But he comes over to shake hands. Introduces himself. His handshake is like crushing. Doesn't look like he's trying to be that way. It's just he just has like
I definitely wince
a very
little
firm
as
grip. He
his
does not
handshake.
seem to notice you wince.
That's fine.
His handshakes are all like very fast and like on to the next, on to the next, on to the next. He sits down behind his desk and he says, "Okay, so here's the situation. Yarnell is set to be put to death day after tomorrow. So that's our timeline. That's how much time we've got before this whole thing comes to an end."
Essentially
Yeah.
48 hours. Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if that sounds like a lot of time to you or not a lot of time. It's not a lot of time for me.
It does not.
I have basically exhausted any kind of legal workarounds that I had at my disposal, appeals, things like that. At this point, the only thing that is going to stop this hanging is proof that he is not, the thing they say he is, right?
What has he been pleading?
Oh, he says he's not guilty right from the start. Right from the start, says he's not guilty. And I listen. I don't take on every case. Okay, I take on a case when I feel like someone's getting railroaded. When I feel like someone's getting their their ass improperly handled.
So you don't believe that he's the Butcher of Bolanthar? You
No.
personally?
If I believed that,
I was just curious.
I'd be at the front of the line, waving at the gallows. I am as keen as anyone to see the butcher hang, but it's not this guy. Yes, Tyrion.
I'm curious. What evidence is so damning that they think that this man did this?
All right.
Yeah. What? Yeah.
So here's the situation. Here's the deal.
It's right on my mind too.
That's literally what I was gonna ask. We are so in sync. We're gonna figure this out, guys. I can tell.
All right. So here's the thing.
We are so Backstreet Boys. Let's go.
During the main part of the the whole butcher thing, right? You get 20 women who die. It's terrible. It's a tragedy, and it's just the guard is out there, I guess, trying to do something, but there's no real leads, there's no witnesses, or no nothing. Then, last fall, it stops. And everybody has a big question mark over their head. Where is this guy? Where is he gone? Is he in prison? Is he dead? Is he whatever, right?
I shoot a glance to Skamos and Hasan.
And I shoot a glance at you, like, don't you say anything. We are not mentioning it.
A month ago, a body turns up. And she's just like all the others.
Which is how?
She's been cut up, she's been beat up, she's in the water. And miraculously, he says, kind of putting that in quotation marks, the police come up with a name and come up with a guy just a couple of weeks later. Yarnell.
Right.
Plucked out of the blue. Now here's the thing. I'm not saying he's a good guy. I'm not saying he's a kind or compassionate or anything like that. But I don't believe that this guy is the serial killer they've been looking for.
You don't know where the police found this name and
Yeah, was it any sort of trial? Like, were they presenting evidence as well?
Oh, there's a quick trial. It was a quick trial, and they trot his wife up there. Says he has no alibi. He contests that. He says he was at home the whole time. I believe that. I believe he was at home. She says he wasn't.
Can I do an insight check? I just want to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Lawyer, man.
Trust this guy. Oh crap. Well, that's a 13. So.
Okay.
okay.
That's not bad. He sincerely believes everything he's saying. Yeah.
That he thinks he's not the butcher.
Right. He is not lying. He does not doubt himself. He believes what he is saying is true.
Yeah.
I mean, there's probably a good number of people that weren't home the night that murder happens. I mean, what other evidence is there? That's not much to go on.
He's a rough guy. He's got as evidence. He's got some injuries that seem like someone might have caused. Like scratches on his face. There's a lot of different ways to get scratches on your face. Doesn't mean you're a goddamn serial killer.
Yeah, like did you question him? Like, did he say what they were from?
He's been
no?
consistent the whole time. He says he was at home with his wife the whole time.
No, did he say what his injuries were from?
Yeah.
He says they were, getting into it, getting intimate. That's a thing that they do. He and his wife.
Yeah.
Was there a victim profile of any kind?
All the women are on the younger side, like in their 20s, most of them had dark hair, not all of them. A lot of them were sex workers. That could be more, convenience and finding people than anything else. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not like like an expert on serial killers or anything like that.
Maybe you should be.
Does she look like the others? Yeah, she does. Like maybe the butcher's still out there. Maybe so, but I just don't believe Yarnell's the guy.
Was the public aware of all of the details of every case?
I mean, I don't know about all the details. A lot of stuff leaks, rumors spread. People got the general gist for sure.
You ever find the weapon?
Never.
Seems a
Yeah,
bit odd.
see, that face is my face. That face is my face. When I see a guy getting just his ass handed to him by the courts for what I consider is no good reason, I got problems with that. And
Yeah. I assume they turned up and down his house to look for evidence.
of course.
Nothing. Okay.
So this is how at my wit's end I am, right? This is how at my wit's end I am, is that I have run out of resources myself to go and stir things up, right? I am bound by certain requirements. I'm not just a mercenary out there. I can't just go out there and do things, right? I have attachments to the law, to the city, to things like that.
Oh, we get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Josie.
I want to. You're muted, or you were. Just couldn't hear you.
I would like to hear from the horse's mouth. Can we talk to you now, please?
Yeah, I can make that happen. It's probably going to take a little bit. I got to, there's a whole procedure. They got to bring him out. We got to come in. But yeah, I think we can make that happen.
How long
How
will
long?
that take?
I mean, depends if I can grease wheels in there, if I can get things moving,
Well, as you said, there's not much time, so maybe you can do something to hurry it
I'll
along.
do my best.
Do you want us to wait around? Do you want us to wait around the front or no?
Yeah, just wait around the front. I'll get in there and get things arranged real quick.
Does anyone else have any other questions for the lawyer though before we do that?
Yeah, Skamos is curious about who was kind of like the lead guardsman on the arrival of this evidence.
Yeah, like lead detective on the case.
He flips through. I'll see if we can find that. He flips through a bunch of papers, and he says, lead detective on this case is Charles something. God damn it, what's his last name? Searching through papers. Not like the DM's doing the same thing.
Never.
Uh-oh, someone Paul didn't think we were gonna talk to.
That's Charles Allenbach.
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 And then,
Sounds like a real piece of work. No, I'm just kidding.
and then Mister, just a quick question. Were you assigned to this case, or did you take this yourself?
No, I took this on myself.
Okay.
I could feel that it was hinky from the start. I could feel that it didn't feel right. It didn't feel right.
Gotcha.
Do you mind if I ask you a personal question?
I mean, I guess.
Who pays you to do this? Is it the city, or is William giving you some sort of compensation should you clear his name?
Oh, he's broke. He's completely broke. This is most cases are handed to me by the city. I get paid by the city to defend people. This is my own dime.
Oh wow.
So,
Pro bono.
is his wife still around?
Yeah, I tried to talk to her. She refused to talk to me. Wouldn't say a word.
Have her living situations changed recently?
As far as I know, she's still where they were.
Okay.
You might, Yardell might have more information on that, perhaps.
Do you have the address for them too, just in case we have questions for the wife?
He's flipping through and he's like, I don't know that I have it on hand, but I can definitely ask. Yardell knows where he lives.
The prison.
Well, that's a temporary thing. I guess either way, right?
Yeah.
Well, that was dark.
That's just the reality of the situation. Is that I'm trying to take care of a guy who in 2 days could be dead.
You just gotta think positively about it. It's just make it happen.
And I know you kind of already said this, but just to clarify, the killing that happened recently compared to the others seems completely identical as far as you can tell.
From what I read, it looked awfully damn similar. All right, you want me to go? I'm gonna go arrange that meeting.
Yeah.
All right. I like you all, but maybe don't wait at my office. And he starts to usher you.
Right. I leave. I go. Wait where he said outside the front of the
Yeah, so
prison?
he walks with you around to the front of the prison.
I assume he's like gonna go in and then tell us when we can come in, kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna trail just a little bit because I assume he leaves and then we're all following him.
Yeah.
Can I do like a 10-second like perception check around his office real quick?
So he's gonna usher, he has to lock the door and stuff.
Right.
So you could do that kind of as people are. So go ahead and make that at disadvantage.
That's fair. Yeah. 8.
This is a lot of papers.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, son.
As we walk, I want to detect thoughts on him, but just the surface level, not gonna push. I do it.
I do.
It is like an avalanche.
Okay.
Like even skimming the top of his thoughts is like filling your ears with bees.
Oh God.
Damn.
It's like being in an ADHD person's brain.
Yes. He is going. His mind is like constantly racing.
Okay.
And it's all case topic stuff, but like he is anxious, he is busy, he is going. Like, it is a mess up there.
So do we see Hason's physical reaction to this avalanche of thought?
You don't know why, but yeah, he probably is like shakes his head a little
Just
bit.
suddenly
And
gets
like,
a spooked look.
like he's getting a headache, and then it kind of stops.
All right, so he leads you around to the front of the prison, and you've now gone over, seen two sides of it. There really is just these front entrances.
One entrance.
That is it.
Yep.
Okay. No windows and anything.
There are like little slits on the side, like maybe you could fit an arrow
to
through,
let
but
in
maybe
light,
not. Yeah.
like just okay.
So what you're saying is you can attempt it, but no jailbreaks are happening.
I mean, you could definitely try, but it was fairly unlikely.
You'd have to, I guess, take precaution from magic users so they can't turn into animals and slip out.
That's true.
Yeah.
Or Misty Step, as long as you can see through.
Yeah.
God, Misty Step is
So you are led around to the front, and he says, "All right, just wait here. I'll try to make it as quick as I can, and I'll come back and get you, and we'll go inside and do the thing." And he just turns around.
When he leaves, Hason, after a moment of silence, Hason says, "There is a lot going on inside that man's mind."
I would assume so.
I could see it from his office. Yeah.
That's true.
Is there anything that you would like to be doing during this time?
How long do we think this is gonna take? Like, do we get a feeling
You'd be
like
surprised
this is
if it was
gonna
less
be
than
like
half an hour.
Oh, that's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be though.
Could be longer, but you're not sure.
She's gonna do augury. She's gonna just sit her butt down and do augury, and she wants.
We're at the prison. Would this individual Charles Allenbach be here as well, or is it somewhere else?
Let's finish with Ariel's thing first, just real quick.
Okay. The question will be like whether or not it's this guy. Right. What's his name?
William?
Arnett.
That guy.
I'm gonna ask Augury if William Armel did it.
Like, if he's a good or bad guy. Like,
that is,
do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah,
Could you not though? Could you not ask? Like, not saying do it. I'm just saying, could you literally ask the augury, like, did he do it?
No, because you can't really get like a yes or no answer. You get a good or a bad feeling.
Yeah.
So you can kind of like put Yarnell in your mind and kind of get what vibe you get off of him.
Can I sit down with her and do the same thing, but with the gold chain that she found? I'm gonna use one of the. I'm gonna use one of the. Is it the eye-opening vials?
You're gonna sit down and casually take drugs in front of the prison.
You're gonna know, Crickstone.
What?
How long is that gonna last though? Don't the effects of that like last a while? Are you gonna be high when we go in the prison?
I'm always high. What are you talking about?
That's kind of true. That's kind of true.
I'm always high.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so the course of action because it's a course of action, fine. Like the course of action of us getting him out of prison, like, is that good? Is that a good?
Yeah.
Will that align with her?
So you sit down and begin preparing that for yourself. And Crickstump, you're gonna sit down
and do whatever this is.
Okay.
Just take a little hit. And
it's a little vial of very like thick liquid.
Yep.
It hits your tongue. It is very, very like powerfully sour, and then starts to like very hot right afterwards. There are like different flavors coming in waves. That and you check out like instantly. Skamos, you had something?
Oh, I was curious. So would since this is gonna take a little bit, I was curious. Would Charles Allenbach, the lead detective on the case, be here, or is he somewhere else?
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
That could be a good thing to do right now. That's a good idea. If he is here, I would do that.
7.
Oh.
You don't catch any information knowing, like...
I can't believe we didn't ask where he was. We got that. Oh well.
Yeah, you're not sure.
Okay.
Josie.
Would it be possible to break into the lawyer's office and have enough time to come back?
Oh my god.
I mean, it's really tough to tell. You figure you have at least half an hour.
Can I do it in half an hour?
If things went well.
I don't know. Can you?
Okay. I'm gonna try and do it in half an hour.
Okay. Do you have thieves' tools?
I do.
Okay. All right. So Josie takes off to do that.
Would anyone like to accompany me? Some
Absolutely not.
bacon, bacon eggs.
Mm-mm.
Got it.
Mm-mm.
Will not go well.
Okay.
Payson is anxiously standing in front of the prison, just staring at it, just waiting.
Don't go
Absolutely
in
just-
without me, please.
I'm
Don't
not.
go in
Well,
without me.
no promises. No promises.
You're not here.
I'm like, what are we gonna say? Oh, I went to the bathroom.
Eteria, you
Trying
had
my
something?
best over here.
How close can Eteria get to like the wall of this castle?
Or you mean the prison?
You the
Or the
prison.
Prison, sorry, prison.
I'm like, you're not bringing out the castle, are you?
As you get within like 20 feet,
Mhm.
you notice you are getting looks.
Okay.
That doesn't answer the question there, Paul.
You know, you could get if you
Right.
don't care about drawing the ire of guards, you could get as close as you wanted to. But there are guards all around.
Do I see an area that is possibly less watched or not
Yeah.
as?
So I'll let you roll for it. I will say that it's not hard to put these pieces together, that there is a high profile person that is set to be hanged, and they are not messing around with security right now.
Yeah, we also look like an interesting bunch.
Yeah, and you all look just insanely suspicious.
We look like a jailbreak crew.
Yeah, basically.
No.
So
No.
go ahead and roll a perception check to see if you can find something like that.
Who'd be our man on the inside then?
I don't see anything. It's a 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This place is crawling with guards.
Okay.
Crawling.
Understandably,
They are on
I
high
might
alert.
Say.
Okay. Ariel. At the conclusion of your so the topic was, is he a good person?
Yeah, but specifically like because it has to be a course of action. That's how the spell is written.
Mm-hmm.
Like, is getting him out of jail, like, how will that sit on her conscience?
Yeah. So there's like, the feeling is like a little bit of sweetness, like a little taste of like a little tiny drops of sugar, and then very deep woe.
Ugh. Okay.
Crickstump, go ahead and roll a luck roll.
Yep.
It's a straight D20.
Yeah,
I
and then,
hate everything about this already.
Crickstump is just gone. Like, head back, mouth open.
just kicking it, right? 17.
All right.
You had to roll higher than a 15, right?
Mhm.
To use augury.
Hell yeah.
Nice. But also,
so-
Hasan turns around and is like, Grixel, what are you doing?
It's just like, I'm one with everything.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he's not responding to like outside stimuli.
No. So what do I have to ask specifically? I'm reading augury right now.
Yeah, so what you're asking about is a course of action. Like, if I did this thing,
Would it be good?
Okay.
it would be a good or a bad thing. So as you take this, these waves of different tastes like fill and swirl around in your mouth, and then you can start to like see the swirls in front of you, and you are sitting right across from Ariel, and she just like melts away into nothing.
God.
And
What did I
there's just nothing around you, just air around you, and you can feel the top of your skull like unlock and like crank open. You can feel the wind on your brain, and you can go ahead and ask your question of the universe.
My question would be if we, it's just okay. If we continue searching, will this gold chain be useful in our search? Is that
Yeah, no, that's fair.
okay?
So as the wind whips across your exposed brain, you can hear the wind like trailing into your ears, and you see, in fact, and you can feel this as well, your brain lifts out of your skull and just gently floats down in front of you. And it says, no. And then it floats back up and fits back into your brain pan, and your skull closes up.
Your brain pan.
And you start to everything kind of swirls back down, and Ariel reappears in front of you.
Well,
So that's
Are we
your
just
answer.
staring at each other when we're done?
Yes.
Are we just like,
Yeah.
Like I'm just holding it, just like, well, I guess you can sell this then. There's no real need for us.
make some money while we're at it.
idea, everyone.
Well, I'm. Wait.
What?
What?
We
With
say
that-
at the same time.
With that, we will go to Josie. Josie,
Hello.
you make your way back to Ian Holder's office, and I would like you to make a perception check.
Perception. Easy peasy lemon squeeze. That's +2.
Rest out.
That is a 12 plus 2. That is a 14.
Okay. Looking around, it is going to be difficult to find a moment where there's not someone around looking in your direction.
How many people are there at the lawyer's office?
So there are a couple other offices that are right nearby. There are people kind of around, not many walking through this area, but people do go back and forth. And you do see that when the angles, like at some angle near the door, you can see one of the guardsmen at their post.
I would like to pull a I'm here to fix a thing. I take out my toolbox and I have my wrench in my hand. I look as blue collar as possible, and I walk up to the guard and I say, "Hey, I'm here to fix the thing in the lawyer's office."
Okay. Go ahead and roll a deception check.
Okay. Deception. That is +3, baby. What could possibly go wrong? Oh, okay. That's a 14 + 3.
Okay. That guard kind of shrugs and says, "Yeah, okay."
I'm gonna go to the office.
Okay. You go to the office. You are at the door.
I would like to open it using my thieves' tools.
Okay. Go ahead and make a sleight of hand check.
Sleight of hand. Oh, that's -1. Jesus. Okay, here we go. 13 -1, 12.
Okay.
Oh, 12.
All right. You begin setting yourself to work at this lock. It's a little, it's a little trickier than you were hoping for. You hear, after about 30 seconds or so of kind of like working this lock, you hear a voice behind you say, "Excuse me, what exactly are you doing?"
Regular maintenance on this lock. It's sticking. The door keeps sticking. When you open it, it asks me to fix it.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a deception check at disadvantage.
Oh, come on. All right, deception. That is +3.
Who is asking?
Yeah, who is asking?
Well, roll your deception check first, and you'll see.
An 8 and
You
a
didn't
9,
luck.
so that is 11.
Okay.
Ooh.
You turn around and you see a very nicely dressed human woman, probably in her 40s or 50s. She says, "If I didn't know better, I would say you are breaking into my friend's office. Is there some reason that I shouldn't just call the guards immediately?"
I would like to say something deceptive.
Okay, what are you going to say that's
You're
deceptive?
opposite. Justin cannot. I would like to just say I'm saying something deceptive.
Okay.
Hey.
Because Justin doesn't have a lot
Well,
of brain.
that's okay. What I will say is that you can go ahead and roll a deception check at disadvantage.
All right. Well, +3. Come on, Justin. Come on.
I only make that face because whenever I have a spell that uses something witty, Paul always makes me come up with something to say.
That's because we're playing charisma checks backwards. That's a D&D problem. Anyway, like, hey, I'm not lifting like 30-pound weights to do a strength check, so I can say I'm saying, okay, that's not that bad. I got 14 and an 18, +3, so disadvantage. So that's a 14 + 3, 17.
Okay. She hears you and she says, "I'm going to give you one opportunity, and I do mean one, to be honest. I don't know what you're doing here, but I am loath to get the guards involved, but not that loath."
I would like to say, ask her. I say, hey, I'm working a case. The lawyer hired me to see if he can get this guy free.
Mm-hmm.
But we need to get some clues. And the lawyer didn't give me a lot of information on the case itself. So I figured I'd do my own investigating because everybody's a suspect.
So you felt that the best way to get information would be to break into his office, the person who you say hired you?
Look, in my line of work, you can't trust anyone.
What is your line of work exactly?
I'm a freelancer.
A freelance
Guild,
what?
Adventure. I come in, solve problems, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Look, you caught me. I won't try to fool you any longer, but hey, it was worth a shot, right? Have a good day, ma'am. I grab my stuff and I go.
If I see you near our offices again, I'll have you arrested.
Oh, you remember me. Oh, that's sweet. Keep going.
Okay.
Wait, I didn't get your name.
She does not give you her name.
Oh man.
I'm getting her name.
No, you aren't.
All right. After about 40 minutes.
Yeah, I returned to the group.
40 minutes?
empty-handed.
Yeah.
Dang.
Okay. I'm keeping a timetable. That's why I'm asking. I want to be
Yep.
very specific how long time
Yeah.
passes.
Yeah, what was Ariel saying?
Yeah, cutting back to
I think
Ariel.
this is a good idea.
She'll just explain what she saw in the augury. So.
Ah.
Well,
Which is basically that was basically going through the course of action to free him has a hint of sweetness, but a lot of woe.
Yes. And specifically, I centered the question on how I would feel about it, right? Like, would this sit good on my conscience? Because I'm not so sure about what we're doing here, If he's a bad person, I don't want to help get him out of jail.
I don't think we have to. I mean,
Well,
I don't know
in
how
the
everyone
most
else feels, but
blunt
if I
is-
don't... Go ahead.
No, yes, no. In the most bluntest of forms, this guy did kill that person, but did not kill all of the other people, and therefore is being hung incorrectly as the Butcher of Bolanthar. But he did kill a person.
Are we sure that he killed?
We don't
That's
know.
just your
That's why
No.
we're gonna meet him and see what we think.
Also, you can just sell this. We don't need it anymore. Or you can just hang on to it. It doesn't matter with what we're doing here.
Scamos will also remark to Ariel, also, I can almost 100% guarantee you that however our course of action unfolds, you will not feel good about it. And he'll smile and just walk away.
That's a Paul Cosca promise.
Well, thank you for that.
Yeah, it's not gonna go well. Either way, this will end very poorly. If it's anything like our experience a year ago, it's going to end in a way that does not feel great, even if it was good.
Ooh.
I feel Hasan feels like really bad for this like very blunt talk and goes over to Ariel and like puts his hands on her shoulders and like forces her to look him in the eye and say, "You're gonna be okay. I've been through many a thing that has weighed on my conscience and I'm still here and I'm okay. So
Are you?
you're going to be
Plus,
fine."
You've used drugs to fall asleep for a week, it seems. They were good drugs. I mean, I'm not, judging. Are you sure you're okay? I don't want to be like you, no offense. Look, I have this necklace that I found. Would you like it? I think it would look just lovely on
No,
you.
I'll be okay.
Oh.
And he walks away.
Oh.
Oh, it's okay. I love you, Nicole.
She will try to
sad.
give this necklace to somebody because it's like not her jam. So if somebody wants it, they can.
You don't want to hold the dead person's necklace?
It's just
I don't know.
It's
It's not. She wears silver jewelry, and that's
Actually,
gold.
she
So
She does.
gold doesn't go with blue. There
I
you
mean,
go.
Yeah. Sure.
It's just as likely someone lost it in the canal, like when you lose a pair of sunglasses on a boat.
Yeah.
That's true.
I don't think it was one of the
I've done that.
victims. Like gold necklace.
I know. I was being sassy. Moving on.
So about 10 minutes after Josie leaves, Josie comes back.
Great. I say nothing. I'm just glad she's back. before Judah shows up.
I did not notice she left because I was
High as a kite.
I was in another plane of existence. Let's be
Got
honest.
it.
And after about 40 minutes, you see Judah come out, looking just as high key and frazzled as ever.
Great.
All right. Okay, I got it set up. He's in a waiting room thing, and I have spoken with everyone that you can come in. You're going to have to disarm yourselves. There's like lockers to, secure places to leave your things. Obviously, can't have weapons going on in there, right? And I don't know if I need to say this. We're not going to be alone. Like, there are going to be like guards around and people watching. And if there's like, I don't know what you guys do, but like spells and things, they're not going to take kindly to that, right? Like if they see people like casting spells, they're pretty upset about that. So, let's tread lightly, okay?
Well, we do get our things back though when we leave.
Yeah, they don't want to keep your stuff. They don't want you to walk around the prison with, he looks at the gun that you have, like, your stuff.
They're not going to incinerate, though, are they?
No. Your stuff will be fine. You can't have it with you as you're walking around.
Just last time someone asked me to get my stuff out, they were going to burn it. So just making sure it's not.
That's really sketchy. I wouldn't walk into a place like that. But anyway, all right. Let's. Are we all set? We all good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's go.
Question.
Yes.
Question. So that means 0 spells? Or can we ask to cast a spell? Do we have to get clear?
I was gonna ask the same thing. Like if I just explained what I was doing.
Most people in here that you're gonna encounter, guards and things, never casted a spell in their whole life, right? There is not any amount of explanation that you're going to be able to give that's going to reassure someone who's never casted a spell before that what you're about to do is all on the up and up, right? Because they don't know shit from cantrips, right? They don't know about what spells are good and what are not. They don't know. Okay?
Looks like we're doing this without any aids of our skill set.
It would seem that way.
I have one normal ass spell though. It's not gonna hurt anyone. And
I'm just saying, as the person who employs you, I'm asking you to tread carefully in the place in which I work.
Yeah, 1 second.
We get we can look at that as we walk in.
Hold on.
Tread carefully.
Before we walk in, because that's concentration up to an hour. Sorry. Which one do I want to do it on? Because you're probably gonna go in insight, probably. Yeah. So I'm gonna on Hason. I'm gonna cast before we enhance ability, and do it Owl's wisdom, so he has advantage on wisdom checks. And that way I'm doing it before we go in. It's concentration up to an hour. I think that's
that should once a spell is up, it's not like necessarily showing for things like that, so that's totally fine.
Yeah, wisdom's probably the best way to go because it's perception and insight.
So to give you from DM to player, it's people are going to be
It's not
watching
just-
what you do, So it's like if you try to do something that feels suspicious and you do it openly enough, people are going to notice.
Yeah.
And that might be a problem.
Yeah. Okay, got it.
Yeah, because you already have high charisma, don't you? Yeah, so I'm not worried.
I can't roll lower than a 6.
That's right. So yes, wisdom is the way I'm going.
All right.
There we go.
In that case, Judah leads you in to the front doors of the prison. And as soon as you are in, those doors close. Like, they're not being left open. A guard...
I'm already taking off, like, my stuff.
A guard says, in that room there, you'll find some chests. Please go ahead and deposit anything of particular value or anything dangerous, anything that is a weapon or could be used as a weapon into there. You will be searched after you come out of there.
Are they gonna? Do I feel I shouldn't keep any of my instruments with me? Not that I would use them. It's just it's a sentimental thing.
Yeah. He says, all these chests will be locked for you, for your own protection. You certainly shouldn't bring anything of value inside.
I leave them.
Deposit everything.
Yeah, I guess the question really becomes: does anyone want to try to carry with them anything that would be kind of conspicuous?
Ariel doesn't want to leave her lamp behind.
Okay.
I've got like tinkerer's tools and smith's tools and stuff. Like, I might have to remove. Would Eteria have to remove all that then?
You get the impression that yes.
Okay.
Those kinds of tools would not be great inside a prison.
So obviously they've got, like, I'll put my pistol up there, but the bullet bag, it's just a bunch of steel balls. Like, are they gonna?
You can ask the guard, and the guard will say, "Yeah,
okay.
We don't need any contraband like that inside the prison."
I think this is amusing because I imagine all of us get our stuff off pretty quick, and then Eteria just takes forever taking off every tiny little thing. And it's very funny.
18 pouches, like a 90s X-Man.
I'm pretty sure like Josie is right behind Eteria too.
That's true.
And, like just taking
Actually,
like tools and everything.
Yeah, I mean, as far as my tools go, yeah, go ahead, have my tools. But everything else is theater of the mind, baby. I can cast whatever I want and it makes it appear. Go ahead, take my sword. I'll just cast another. Anyway. I'll be fine.
So Ariel, you want to keep your lamp with you. Is there anyone else who wants to keep something that
Yeah, no, Skamos gets rid of his daggers and his quarterstaff, but he keeps his necklace on.
Okay, what does
Would
the
that be
necklace
like
look
your
like?
The necklace is
arcane
his
focus?
spell focus. It's his spellcasting focus. It's a green emerald that's hanging around his neck.
Okay. All right.
Do you like tuck it in your shirt maybe, or
Yeah.
do you have to have it?
Okay. Go ahead then and make a sleight of hand check to kind of tuck that away, because you do feel that would be contraband inside here.
13.
Okay, 13. And Ariel, are you going to make any attempt to conceal the lamp, or are you just going to try to convince them to let you have it?
She's not going to conceal it.
Okay. So you all come out. You are all searched. Not super thoroughly, but you are searched. Skamos, when they get to you, they're going to do a check to see if they find that. You're patted around, and then as he comes around the back, you feel a little finger hook onto the chain of your necklace, and it pulls it up, and the emerald pops out of the front of your shirt. And he says, "Yeah, I think this is a very expensive item. Looks like we're gonna need you to put that in the chest."
Oh, it's of great sentimental value. I assure you I should not be separated with it on a regular basis.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check at disadvantage. And I will tell you that the number to beat is 16.
Okie dokie. Persuasion?
Yes.
Okay.
How's your charisma, buddy?
I have an excellent charisma. I'm a fucking sorcerer. So yeah, that is a 22.
A
Okay.
disadvantage.
Whoa.
He doesn't look happy about it, but he says, all right, I'm going to look for it again as you come back out to make
Please
sure you still
do.
have
Make
it.
sure I don't lose it. It's very important to me.
Ariel, can you make a persuasion check to allow them to keep your lamp with you? And again, that number to beat is going to be 16.
Oh, would you look at that? It's a 16 on the die. What's my... Oh, so it's a dirty 20.
Okay. And I'll tell you, the reason that was not at disadvantage is because he didn't try to hide it.
Wow. Okay.
I would have just explained that it was,
Yep.
it's not useful to anybody else.
Yeah, so he eyes it again and says,
Sure.
this looks like it's pretty valuable. I want to see this again when you come back out.
As do I assure you.
And you are led... Oh, yeah, Satyria.
So Atiri's just got her shield resting on her back, just because that's where her natural position is. Do they take that off her?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, sorry about that. I forget it's back there sometimes.
It's okay.
It's okay.
So you are led deeper into the prison. Just within like 100 feet of hallways, you go through like 6 very sturdy locked doors. Until you are finally brought into a right outside what looks like a holding cell. There are 3 guards in here. The door is locked. There is a cell, like you are outside of this cell, and the cell's right in front of you. And on the other side of the bars is a very big, muscular guy, human, fair skin, covered in bruises and like fresh scrapes, and he is currently chained by the feet and hands to the chair that he is sitting in. And that is Mr. Yarnell, and this is a good time for us to go to our break. So we'll be right back with you after this. All right, we are back. And as we come back into it, you see in front of you Yarnell, who is manacled and kind of, I think glowers is the right word, in your direction.
Great.
Judah says, all right, listen, Yarnell, these people here, they're gonna try to dig up some information to try to, get you out of this, you know? And Yarnell just kind of looks at each of you. He kind of shrugs a little bit and he says, so what do you need from me?
Mostly the truth is all.
Sorry, I'm being no help right now. Lauren is thinking. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
Together.
You're fine. You're fine.
Yarnell, we know you're not the butcher of Bolanthar, but we are curious if you killed this lady.
Oh my God, Scombos.
I ain't killed nobody.
I won't do an inside check on that.
I mean, that's totally fair.
It's not great. 7.
I mean, you don't know. He's huge. He is, and not like he's like so muscular. He looks like he could just kill a person with his hands. And does not look kind or friendly or anything.
I ask him. Well, one of the questions we asked Judah here is, about your alibi and that you said you were at home that night, but that your wife disagreed. Would you mind telling us why she has a different story than you?
I don't know what's gotten in that bitch's head. But I was home all night.
I'll do an insight on that one.
I mean, I'm gonna roll with you.
16.
Natural 20.
You don't detect any falsehoods there.
Sweet.
So you don't know why she would lie. That's not like her.
Josie had a
sorry.
quick thing. That's okay.
I would like to go to the yarn now.
You have to go to the bars.
Hey,
you are separated to from the cell.
Look, you think you're innocent, and we want to double check our answers. So, I have a thing called Zone of Truth, where I do a little prayer, and if you would like to purposely, or I guess the D&D language would be to fail it, and just say whether or not you did the crime, we can start working on actually trying to prove your case. I'm giving you a chance to actually prove your innocence for once and for all.
Judah starts to move, but the guards move even faster. And as you are approaching the bars, they are kind of right there with you, and they say, one of them says, "There's no spells allowed here in the prison."
Oh, well, it's my religion. I'm just doing a quick little prayer. It's for my religion. Just double checking with the God.
Yeah, you can do that outside.
God.
I can't pray.
The big man upstairs.
Oh yeah.
I can't pray to ask the big man or woman. You never know. It's
prisoners and the official chaplain can pray in here. Everyone else can do it outside.
If I brought the chaplain in here, can we do a prayer for a zone of truth? No funny business. We're just here to investigate the crime.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check at disadvantage.
Disadvantage? Okay, persuasion +3. Come on, baby, come on. Disadvantage? Okay, so that's a 16 and a 13. So
16.
disadvantage that is 16.
The guard says, I'll put in a request with the chaplain. See if he comes by.
Oh, how long is that going to take?
Sometime in the next day or so.
I thought so. Okay.
Might still be worth it, just in case. But thank you.
Would a couple of gold pieces change your mind just to do the zone of truth here? I'm being
You're openly
completely honest.
bribing the guards in the prison.
Go
Because
ahead.
he's gonna go to jail.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check at disadvantage.
Okay. I'm being honest. Can we just know the truth, this guy? Literally, I'm not joking. I did double 19s. I will put the camera on it. I swear to God.
Okay. I will tell you that this persuasion was not to do the thing. This persuasion was to be not arrested immediately.
Oh, great.
Great.
So,
And
persuasion
he
plus
puts out a
3.
hand and he says, you need to put that away right now.
Okay. I guess they don't like lie detectors, but if you could get the chaplain here as soon as possible, we could make sure this man doesn't die in vain.
I'll get right on it.
Ah, great. I tried, guys. I did my thing.
Hey, son.
A player question.
Yeah.
So I know everyone's watching us. I'm not trying to cast a spell. We're like standing a bit back from the bars. But
Yeah,
Josie went up
so
to
this
it.
is so the room that you're in is about like about 20 feet in length.
Okay.
The
I'm just wondering. Oh, go ahead.
the cell that he's in cuts off. He's got about 7 feet back there.
Do I feel like if I got up to the bars and I lowered my voice so that he could hear me, would everybody else still be able to hear me?
The guards certainly would.
Okay.
Because if you go up to the bars, they're going to be making sure you're not passing stuff to him.
Right.
As for everybody else, I don't know. They can make perception checks.
I'm not worried about the party yet. Be the cards.
Oh,
Do I feel like if I said any information, do I feel like if I mention any information that like they don't have, that we're gonna get in trouble and like questioned like by the guards, or do they not care?
You don't get the impression that they care about that. These are correctional officers,
Great.
They are
Okay,
here
that's
for
all I
this.
wanted to know.
They are here for the safety of the prison.
Okay.
And to make sure that this guy makes it to the gallows.
All right.
They're not lawyers.
Okay. So go ahead.
I was thinking back on it when we made that initial inside check to say he was at the house. What specific wording did you say about? Did you say like he that's what he believes?
No, you don't detect any lies.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, he said he was at the house, and you have no reason to disbelieve him from what he said.
Okay.
Right.
right.
Well, then I'd like to go up to the bars. Not a suspicious nearness.
Sure.
Like they think I'm gonna do something.
Near
One of the guards stays by to
Great.
kind of stand right there and check.
And I talk softly as Hasan would, so it's not
Mm-hmm.
not loud or aggressively. And he does ask him, why are you all where did you get your injuries? Those look fresh.
Well,
Not a kind place here, I assume.
some of them I picked up as they were picking me up. Some of them I got as they were questioning me.
I want to tell you something. I met the real butcher, and I want, with everything in me, to believe that you are innocent. But I just need you to help us as much as you can. So if you have any information or anything you can tell us from your perspective, I would appreciate it, because I have a feeling people, besides maybe Judah, don't listen to you, and I want to.
Make a persuasion check.
At least 16.
At least.
That's the number of the day.
It's a natural 20.
Oh my goodness. Hell,
He gives a bit of a sigh, and he says, I don't know anything about that whore that got murdered. Not me, not my business. I was at home all night. I'm not big on news. I'm not big on things happening. I'm just here.
do you have any idea why they would have sought out you the day after?
I've been in trouble here and there.
In what way?
You beat somebody up at a bar, you know, somebody owes you a thing and you rough them up a little bit.
And how, concrete is this reputation you seem to have?
I mean, if people don't like me, I don't blame them. That doesn't make me a murderer.
Of course not, but you have developed a reputation enough that the guards thought of you right off the bat, or what?
Like I'm the only person in this whole fucking city with a reputation.
Who else has a reputation?
Throw a cat, and you probably hit somebody with a reputation as bad as mine or worse.
All
You want to know why people look to me? You gotta ask them, because I don't know.
actually, anyone can answer this. What was the name of the guy that was killed by the ghosts and the fire in the house?
Alexander Lahane?
Lahane, yeah.
Lahane. Why?
Just gonna ask him.
Wait, do you know that though? Do you know his name? I guess it's fine.
I would know the name, but
Yeah.
I just want to walk up to the bars and be like, excuse me, sir, does the name Alexander Lahane mean anything to you?
I visibly start from that.
Not a thing.
I'm gonna incite
Sure.
that.
I let out a little sigh of relief.
It's a 21.
There's no flicker of recognition at all crosses his
Okay,
face.
that's a good start.
Do I feel like, I mean, I don't think if I cast Detect Thoughts on him, anyone would notice, right? It's just a mental spell.
What are the components?
What are
though?
the components for that?
What? It's all three. What is vocal about it?
It's some kind of incantation.
Magic word.
Yeah.
Can I? Do I feel like muttering it under my breath would get me in trouble?
You could certainly attempt it if you wanted to. You are being watched.
I feel. Well, I'm gonna think about it.
Okay.
it. I might do something else
All right.
even more dangerous. Who knows?
Eteria.
So Tyria is gonna walk up to where everyone else is talking to him, and so your wife, she still lives in the house that you lived in together.
Yeah, as far as I know.
Where is that exactly?
He relays the I'm not gonna, so, looking at your map, he gives you some basic directions, like cross streets and things. They live up in the northwest corner. So those light brown buildings on your map there.
Yeah, north of the mausoleum.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is basically the poorest section of Bolanthar, and you get directions to where if you wanted to find the house, you could do so.
Okay.
If you see her, maybe ask her why she ain't been down here.
We'll make sure to do so. Yeah.
Because I have that advantage on insight, can I make an insight check and just see how I feel about if he's just being honest with us?
Sure.
Because if I feel like he is, I'm not gonna like risk everything and try a spell, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That one fell. With advantage, right? So I roll twice.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, it was another natural 20.
Okay.
I promise.
He says he was at home. He says he has no idea who this person was that got killed, that he had nothing to do with it. You get the impression that there might be, like when he talks about his wife, there might be something there.
Okay.
But in terms of the big broad strokes, like, did he go and kill this person? You have no reason to disbelieve him.
Okay.
I think he referred to her as that bitch the first time he referred to her.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
I
That's probably
caught
something
that.
there.
Yeah,
Yep.
probably.
Yeah, there's like a little bit of animosity.
Yeah.
He saw it's not the brightest tool in the shed, so he's got to think really hard about it.
Yeah.
Probably
so
missed that.
that's what you get.
Okay.
Sir, please don't take this as personal. I'm just trying to connect as many dots as I can in your case. You know about, like, have you heard about the victims? How they were all, workers of the night, or at least most of them.
I guess. I don't know. I didn't really keep up on it.
And please, this is not me accusing you of anything, but did you ever visit any of those establishments that they might have worked at?
Yeah, once in a while, like anybody else.
Okay. That's I'm just trying to connect dots.
Yeah.
Thank you for being honest.
I feel like I already know the answer to this, but if I need to make some other check, I can. But to Hasan, it feels like Alexander and William are as opposite as they could possibly be. Do I feel like that is true?
These are very, very different people.
Okay. I just think that's weird. I don't know.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea who might want to frame you at all? Is there anyone you might have pissed off, like a policeman or a bad
Yeah, I don't know. Your wife?
politician?
He says, listen, I just go about my day, about my business, right? I go to work, come home, do my thing. Do I piss people off sometimes? Yeah, I'm sure.
What do you do for work?
I work at the docks. Loading, unloading.
Well, no offense, but you're not giving us much to go off. It's kind of like you don't mind that you're about to be killed in 2 days. 1 day or whatever. Also, I'm not a fan of the language you are using to speak about women, so please be mindful of that in the future. Thank you.
I don't know if they told you, miss, but in 2 days' time, they're gonna put a rope around my neck, and they're gonna let me drop. And either my neck's gonna break, or I get to choke to death. So sorry if I don't give a fuck about the future or about how I talk about people.
Well, that might be what got you in this situation in the first place. I'm just saying.
I would like to step in and just
Okay.
say he's really only referred to his wife that way, and for probably pretty good reason, I'd imagine. Throwing that out there.
Is any of this helping me get out of here?
Actually, most of the stuff you gave us is pretty. I mean, we can follow up on it. Yeah.
So, go ahead, Julie.
Paul, is there any way I can go get the chaplain now, just to be sure, and just do the zone of truth thing? Or is
So
that,
you
like,
are currently
more
locked in
possible?
this room.
Oh.
I mean, you could definitely... basically what that would require is you to talk your way into having deeper access into the prison.
Just want to go get the chaplain.
So you
For
could
a zone
definitely...
of truth prayer.
You could definitely attempt to talk your way into that if you wish.
I'll try my best.
Okay.
I'll try.
Go ahead and make a persuasion roll at disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
You tried to bribe the guard.
Guards don't like money. Well, is there any way I could use my criminal background to help me in this? I do have a criminal contact,
Mm-hmm.
and we are in a jail. And if he said he worked at the docks,
Mm-hmm.
it's going to say you get the message to from your contact, even over great distances. Specifically, you know the local messengers, corrupt caravan masters, and seedy sailors who can deliver messages.
Yep.
So, would that help me in any way in this scenario?
From inside the prison.
That's the tough part, is that
Yeah.
where you are right now is not conducive for that. If you were outside trying to get messages in or out, then yes, you could definitely have a lot easier time of doing that. But the people that are around you right now are like the opposite of that, right? Because all that's around you right now are the guards.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't,
And us.
and they're not really going to be like keen on helping you in any of those ways.
All right.
You
I
know,
will try my best.
This is a thing where, like, if you had a couple of days to, like, oh, let's find one of the guards who's on the take. Let's find some, let's poke around for a bit. Use your contacts at the, these are things that you could cultivate over a couple of days to find an inn. But in this situation right now, this is very difficult.
All right. Chaplain. I got 14 plus 3.
And that's a disadvantage?
Yeah.
Okay. One of the guards says, I'll go see if he's around.
Thank you. I appreciate it. What's your name, sir?
He's already leaving. He looks like he's doing this very begrudgingly, but you ask nicely, and he's leaving to see if he can, happen upon him, I think. But he does leave.
Cool.
After like 30 seconds or so, another guard comes in to take his place.
So, you say there are people who have reputations, whatnot, everything like that. You seem like you are well versed about the city, working at the docks and all that kind of stuff. Is there anybody who has like a whispered reputation or whatever, who seems to be someone who would not have a reputation that you have encountered?
I mean, are you asking if I know?
A person who unlikely has a reputation. They do not appear to be somebody who would, or that the common populace would think is a perfect person, but you know better.
I mean, I'll be honest, most of the guys I hang out with have reputations like mine.
You've heard nothing at all about anything?
I don't, that stuff's above my pay grade, I don't worry about that kind of thing myself. I mean, I heard that the whole butcher thing was going on, but not like he'd be going after me.
Right.
So kind of not my problem until now.
But you have no idea why somebody would accuse you specifically.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
$17.
I don't know. Maybe my wife's family's not too keen on me. Maybe one of them tried to set me up for this. But, I mean, it feels like it would take more than that, wouldn't it?
Why would your wife's family not be keen on you?
Oh, they never got along. They feel like they're all better than me and high and mighty.
Who is your wife's family?
Oh, I mean, just all of them. Just none of them like me. They didn't like me from the moment they saw me.
No, he asked, who are they?
Like name-wise, is that what you're asking?
I guess just what their position is standing in society is too. I guess
yeah, most of them are just workers like me in the warehouses and the docks. They just feel like they're better than me for whatever reason.
I'm good.
Yeah, I don't have any other questions for him.
So, just putting it all out there, we are of a very strong belief that you are not in fact the butcher, or that you did not in fact do this.
Great.
But we only have a day to not have you hang. So if you have any information whatsoever that could aid us in the situation, it would be good to let us know that now.
Well, I thought we had 48 hours.
We got 2 days.
No.
So
On the night that the whore died, I was at home all night.
And what were you doing?
I was with my wife. And why she's saying otherwise now, I don't know.
Okay.
yeah, sounds good to me.
He kind of settles back in his chair, looking a little deflated.
Ariel hates him and wants to leave as soon as possible.
That is fair. Does anyone else have any questions for him?
Just one. Itre wanted to ask what his wife looked like.
Yeah, he gives you a basic description. Shorter than him, darker skin.
Hair color?
Brown to black. Like, enough of a description that you would be able to
Okay.
spot her.
Okay, good. Right, that's it.
Judah in the back doesn't look like the most pleased with how this all went, but he says, all right, I guess that's it then.
Yeah.
Okay. He kind of motions to the guards, and Yarnell just slumps a little bit in his chair.
The chaplain?
As you are led out, you can see that the guard who you talked to comes back, and he says, "Oh, glad I caught you. Chaplain's gone for the day. Says he should be back tomorrow."
Coolio.
You are all led back the way you came, and are just right back to it. The guard who looked at you the first time looks for the things, the necklace, the lamp, sees that they're there, and you are all able to collect your things as promised, and you find yourselves back outside of the prison. Yes, Hassan.
How long did that take? What time? How long?
That meeting in total took about half an hour.
Great.
Yeah, so we're about 2 p.m. now.
2:20
2:20
p.m. Yes.
It's
just important to me. I don't know why, but I have a purpose, keeping track of time.
2:10?
What? No.
Yeah.
No. Don't fight me on this. I've been tracking it since noon.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got
Give
outside.
me-
We were outside the prison, and it took 40 minutes, and then 30 minutes inside.
I thought it was 2:15.
Oh my god, it doesn't. I don't cuss on stream, but it doesn't fucking matter. Give me the 10 freaking minutes, okay?
Judah wrings his hands a little bit, and he says, like I said, he's not, he's not a likable guy, right? He's not a likable guy, but that doesn't make him, a serial killer, right?
He's not a serial killer.
Right.
The problem is that he has no information that will support his own claim.
Well, how many of us can attest to exactly where we were on any given night and have a bunch of people also able to attest to that, right? Like
That's true.
Well, us.
Well,
Sure.
I did listen to Serial, so man.
We will do what we can, but his lack of information is not going to help him be seen as innocent.
I mean, I know that, but at some point you trust the system to, not just put an innocent man straight to death, right? Like that's the idea. And when it doesn't happen that way, that's what gets my goat in a bunch. So.
Yes, I want to talk to this lead detective to know why this man specifically was the target of choice almost immediately after the murder.
I want to talk to the wife.
I definitely would like to talk to the wife.
All right. Well, sounds like you've got plans. You've got things. Good. I'll probably sleep in my office realistically. So if you need to check in with me, if anything comes up, if anything substantial comes in, this is not a barbaric times, right? If we get something of substance, I can bring it to the courts. I can get this fixed, but I need something.
Right. You can make a motion to stall the proceedings. I get
But
it.
only if I've got something really worth looking at, because I've expended everything else that I have. So it's got to be something really different,
Yep.
All right. I will be in my office. And he turns and heads back towards his office.
Can we just say we got the address of the detective before he left?
The detective?
Mm-hmm. Does he know where he is?
He does not know the address of that detective.
Oh, okay. Well, we can just. Is there like a police station?
Yeah,
you
could
the
certainly,
medieval equivalent of that?
Yeah.
Can we ask the guards where it is, since we're right there
Mhm.
still technically?
You could definitely. That's not necessarily like public information, so it would require some convincing in order to get someone to tell you like a detective's home address.
That's what-
Oh, so this is like a private detective?
Well, I mean, you could go to you could go to the station, see if he's there, things like that.
Yeah, I think that's
more
I
what
would
you're
do.
asking for.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were asking like where he lived, and it's like
Tell me
No.
where the lead detective.
No,
we're
like
six
I
armed
assume he has a
people.
job. Yeah.
Gonna find him, put the squeeze on him.
yeah.
It's also reasonable that we would be able to ask if the evidence has been held, and that it would be in the same place.
Yeah, they've got to have it somewhere. Whatever their freaking
Has to
evidence
look into
is.
the evidence lockup.
Yep.
Over at the police station.
Okay. Yeah. You go to kind of a guard central area nearby the prison.
Mhm.
And there is someone who's It is a closed building, but there is like a window out front that people can like come up and ask questions and things, and there is someone like working that window. It says, "Yes, how can I help you?"
Could you point us in the direction of the police station?
Oh, this is as near as to it. Do you have something you need to report?
Oh no, we are just hoping to speak with Charles Allenbach.
Well, I can. I'll check my logs and see if he's currently on duty. And he flips through, and he says, Detective Allenbach looks like he's taken a few days off. He won't be back until the end of the week, at least into work."
Thank you.
I'm sorry. Did he just went on vacation or something like that?
I'll see if he knows. If I remember correctly, he was the lead on the butcher case, and
I believe he was.
With that, coming to a conclusion, it seemed like a good time to, get some time away from work.
Oh,
that's odd. I would think that would be an inconvenient time to leave.
We're traveling here from the coast, and some family of his wished for us to give him a note. Do you potentially know where we could find him to deliver the note in question? The family was very insistent.
Certainly, I'd be happy to hold on to it, and I could give it to him as soon as he comes back into work.
No, they insisted that we deliver it ourselves in person. But so do you know where we could do this for the sake of that?
Or does he have a mailbox in front of his house that we could just leave it there?
I mean, I'm not especially close with the detective.
Is it like a phone book for...
You have a phone book for all 100,000 citizens of Bolanthar?
Yeah.
Hey, Son, you have something?
I think now is a wonderful opportunity to cast suggestion.
Not mess it up.
Okay.
Don't mess it up.
Very precise.
All right, so I believe that is a wisdom save on his part.
Yes.
And what is your wisdom save?
A 15.
Okay. This guy has a +2, so he needs to roll a 13 or better to beat it. And he fails.
Oh, thank God.
I say... I'm so scared because I have such a history of fucking this up.
Come on. Just think of the words before you say them.
Okay.
Just say you want to say something suggestive.
Unfortunately,
I think you should give us the address of what's his name? No, I don't say that.
Detective Charles Allenbach.
Of Charles Allenbach. Let us walk away from here with that information and promptly forget our faces.
Solid.
He nods, and he ducks away from the window for a minute, leafs through some folders, and comes back with an address written on a slip and slides it over.
I take it and I grab Skamos and Crickstump by their shirt tails and hurriedly walk away and get everybody else to go as well.
Let's go.
Okay. You do that, and you successfully walk away. The address,
I hope that doesn't somehow come and bite me back in the butt at some point.
The address that you get leads you... It's actually fairly nearby. It's on your map, this kind of collection of blue-roofed houses near the prison. It looks like it leads you like to the northern section of that.
Okay. I mean,
So-
well, I'm going there.
Okay.
I don't know about everybody else.
So what is the next step? You've got some leads to go on, it seems. You've got the address for this detective. You've got the address for Yarnell's wife.
What time is it?
It is 2:20, maybe a little after, because that exchange.
It's
probably
about
took
2:30
some time.
now.
Great.
So if I've learned anything from watching Scooby-Doo over the years, it's always a good idea to split up the party.
No, because the problem with that is I want to like be involved in all the information. I hate like having to like recap, like
Mhm.
meet up later. But if we think it's like absolutely necessary to save time to split up, I will be fine with it.
Well, I'm just looking at the map. Like the detective's house is just north of us, and then even more north of that is what's his face's house with his wife. So we're just on a direct path. We can hit boom boom.
yeah.
If we're just going. And then after his wife, we can jut over to the university too.
Yeah.
So
Well, but isn't the ghost tour? Is that
that's in like 4 hours.
No, at this point it's like in what, 3.5 hours?
Mhm.
3 hours.
Yeah, it's in about 3 hours.
At
Yeah.
5.
I will say this. You could get to the detective's house, to the northern part of the city to talk to, or to at least locate the house of Yarnell's wife, and back to the gallows in time. Like, just in time.
Yeah, that'd be fine with me. I know we won't get to all that today, but I don't think I'm gonna go on the ghost tour.
Oh, I want to go on the ghost tour, so that's my priority.
Yeah. So if you were to do any other diversions from there, you would not make it. But you could do the detective's house, the wife's house, and back and make it.
Okay. Great.
sounds like a plan?
Sounds good.
So is there anyone not going to the detective's house? Yes, Josie.
Well, are we officially splitting up? Correct.
No.
No.
Wait, I thought we all decided to stay together and
Yeah, we'll
go.
just.
Get
Oh,
one and
okay.
then
We're
two.
still. Okay, never mind then.
Okay.
So, stay with the group.
All right. Then for this first leg of the investigation, everybody heads together. And these houses are laid out fairly nicely, like wider streets, and looks like a slightly newer part of the city, perhaps. And without too much difficulty, you find a modest house. And it does have a little mailbox out front, like attached to it, that says Allenbach.
Does it appear to be like deserted or like,
I mean, there's not like
like dark?
no. I mean, it's in the daytime, so not like a
Yeah.
lot of candles lit inside or anything. You don't really know.
I think I would like discuss as a group what the plan is. Like if we knock, like, and
Yeah.
who ends up answering? What do we say? What do we do?
From my personal experience, I would say perhaps you, Hasan, should be the one who knocks on the door to talk to the individual, and then you bring the rest of us to him, as opposed to all of us standing outside of his front door when he answers it.
Well, what if I agree, but then what if he actually is not here and isn't at his house and a housekeeper answers, a spouse, a child, I don't know. We don't know what his family
Then we
situation
find
is.
out where he is.
You just asked that? I guess. Okay.
So with the plan, we have a message to deliver to him directly. So
Oh, I guess that's not entirely a lie. Hasan's concerned with lying. So he's like, I guess that's not entirely untrue. We do need to talk to him. Okay.
Is there any way we can make Zone of Truth work for the wife? Or
I mean, there's
convince
not going to
the-
be
but
anyone.
when that time comes.
Oh,
yeah.
I mean, if you want to zone of truth somebody outside of, for sure.
The prison, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna go around backside of the house, or can I make it over to like the backside of the house area?
Yeah, there's like a little alleyway in between houses.
Okay.
Okay, are you trying to do so stealthily or just wander around to the back of someone's house?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to do it kind of stealthy and just kind of post up in case, like, when he goes to knock on the door, like he comes bolting out the back or something. You know.
Sure. Yeah, go ahead and make a stealth check.
It's an 18.
Yeah, you feel pretty stealthy going around the side to the back of the house. So the plan is for Hasan to go up and knock. Is that correct?
Yeah. Is everyone like standing 10 feet behind, or like what? Is it obvious I'm still with people
Do you
That was
need
just staying out
backup?
by the mailbox.
by the
Ariel-
mailbox?
Ariel will want to kind of like hide around the side. She's like kind of over this, so she doesn't really want to help, and
Okay.
she doesn't like him. So
The problem with that is like Hasan doesn't think we're helping yet. Hasan won't make a decision on whether he's gonna, provide the information or not until he knows for sure how he feels. So just to make you feel better, like I'm not,
no,
like I don't think he's like innocent or
still,
guilty
like,
yet.
a little bit from the interaction. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, that makes sense. All right, so
Okay,
everybody
I
kind
go-
of scatters a little bit, so you're not so intimidating.
Great. Okay. I will go knock on the door.
All right. You
Or ring the bell, do a knock.
yeah,
or
you knock on the
whatever's
door,
there.
and after 30 seconds or so, you hear a couple of locks turn.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
And then the door opens. You can see that it's still chained, and you see a face poke out. He is.
Is it a man or a
It is a
woman?
man.
Yes, I'm looking for Charles Allenbach. My name is Hasan. Is he at home?
And who are you, Hasan?
I was sent with a message for him. I was told to deliver it personally.
And what is that message?
I'm sorry, are you him?
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
I feel like I should re-roll because I don't think you'll believe me when I tell you it's another nat 20.
You're allowed to have a nat 20.
I know, but it just feels wrong.
You feel wrong rolling so well.
Well, I know. I'm like, where's my freaking nat 1? Why am I rolling good? I
The
don't
door
trust
closes
We'll show
momentarily.
when it's really necessary.
You hear the chain come off, and the door reopens, not very wide, but wide enough that you can fully see Charles Allenbach. He's an older man, human, dark skin, looks to be probably in his 60s or so, mostly bald. He crosses his arms, kind of leans against the doorway and says, "So what's the message?" And that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
Good, I'll have a whole week to think about what I'm gonna say.
All right, y'all. We have found the hook fully and completely, and I guess we'll see how it continues to develop as it goes along. Thank you so much, players.
Thank you.
I'm gonna go ahead and talk to the folks at home. All right. Thank you so much for watching. We so appreciate being able to share these stories with you, even if the stories are a little unsettling at times. You have to wonder how this is going to end, though, right? I'm wondering. You got to wonder, too. And the only way you'll know is if you watch us next time on the Adventurers Guild. We'll see you then.